We have some breaking news now coming in that the Prime Minister has cancelled all Bengal rallies. This is a big breaking news coming in now that the Prime Minister, in the wake of the COVID-19 situation, has cancelled all Bengal rallies. And the Prime Minister has just tweeted confirming that he will not be campaigning in Bengal due to COVID-19. And the story breaking now on Republic TV as we get you the latest update of the Prime Minister, who is now decided to chair a meeting tomorrow in the national capital. He's been meeting different stakeholders today, and the Prime Minister has just tweeted that the Bengal rallies will not happen. He says tomorrow we'll be chairing high-level meetings to review the prevailing COVID-19 situation. Due to that, I will not be going to West Bengal. So we'll also quote, we're putting out the details of what the Prime Minister is saying. And he says we'll be chairing high-level meetings to review the prevailing COVID-19 situation. Due to that, I would not be going to West Bengal. The Prime Minister earlier today met officials to also review the oxygen crisis in India, and different stakeholders were present at that particular meeting. And the Prime Minister was also briefed in great detail about the oxygen supply. Today in the meeting, he was told about different ways and means to boost oxygen availability. Officials had briefed him on the efforts undertaken in the last few weeks to improve the supply of oxygen. The Prime Minister also spoke of in that meeting reportedly about the need to work rapidly on multiple aspects, increasing production of oxygen, increasing the speed of distribution, and using innovative ways to provide oxygen support to health facilities. The Prime Minister was also informed that an elaborate exercise was being done in coordination with the states to identify the demand for oxygen and ensure that adequate supply was given accordingly. In the wake of all of these meetings, and the Prime Minister being told about the demand from 20 states of 6,785 metric tons per day of the liquid medical oxygen that was required. He also was told that 6,822 metric tons. So the demand was being met. But looking at the situation on the ground in the national capital, we are being told that as far as the government is concerned, they have also made a calculation about how the liquid medical oxygen has now been increased by about 3,300 metric tons per day, with contributions from private and public steel plants, industries, oxygen manufacturers, as well as through prohibition of supply of oxygen for non-essential industries. Officers have also informed the Prime Minister that they are working together with the states to operationalize the sanctioned PSA oxygen plants as soon as possible. The Prime Minister, on his part, had directed officials to ensure that oxygen supply to various states happens in a smooth, unhindered manner. He spoke about the need to fix responsibility with the local administration in cases of obstruction, and he added that he also asked ministries to explore various innovative ways to increase production and supply of oxygen. Various measures are also being undertaken to rapidly increase the availability of the cryogenic tankers through conversion of nitrogen and argon tankers, import and airlifting of tankers, as well as manufacturing them. So all of these measures are being taken across India, and there is an oxygen crisis. The Prime Minister knows that, and he has just tweeted confirming that he will not be campaigning in West Bengal tomorrow. He will be instead chairing high-level meetings through the day to review the prevailing COVID-19 situation, because India has recorded an unprecedented spike in COVID. In fact, the COVID graph has shown that India has only been increased. Our number of COVID-19 cases has been increasing. And to add to that, of course, we've had the entire crisis of the oxygen shortage in different parts of the national capital region. So these are some of the breaking news updates that we are picking up, and the Prime Minister making sure that he puts all his energy and focus into fighting COVID-19 and the second wave. He addressed the country 2 nights back, 2 evenings back, and day before yesterday when the Prime Minister spoke. His entire focus was on getting the situation under control. He assured the people, and he said that like we did in the first wave, we had to come together, fight the second wave, adding that the frontline workers will have to be key, and we will have to work together. All states will have to leave all differences aside. And as we speak, we're getting in breaking news now of the Prime Minister cancelling all rallies in Bengal tomorrow in the wake of the COVID-19 battle. He will be chairing that meeting, and he'll be a part of these back-to-back meetings tomorrow. He says several high-level meetings will be held in the national capital. He stressed earlier in the day on the need to ensure faster transportation of oxygen to states. He also discussed about how railways was being used for rapid and non-stop long-distance transport of tankers. The first rake has reached from Mumbai to Vizag to transport 105 metric tons of liquid medical oxygen. Similarly, empty oxygen tankers were also being airlifted to oxygen suppliers to reduce one-way journey time in oxygen supply. Representatives from the medical community also spoke about the need for judicious use of oxygen and how an audit in some states has decreased oxygen demand without affecting the condition of patients. The Prime Minister earlier today in the meeting stressed that the states should come down heavily on hoarding and also black marketing of oxygen, which continues in some cities. The Prime Minister in his meeting had sent all of these messages across as he took stock of especially the oxygen supply situation in a meeting that was also attended by the Cabinet Secretary, the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, the Home Secretary, the Health Secretary, officials from Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Road Transport, Pharmaceuticals, and also Niti Aayog. So in the wake of the urgent developments and the need to put all the energy into solving the crisis, the Prime Minister has decided that he will not be attending the rally on Friday, I beg your pardon, in Bengal. Instead, he will be in back-to-back meetings in the national capital, Suesha.
Oh yes, Niranjan, and this was extremely important that the focus completely shifts to this national crisis that the entire country is facing at this point. Such a severe shortage of oxygen. Never has we seen such an unprecedented situation. And for all the politicians, this is cutting across party lines. This is for everyone. We understand this is election season, but right now, given what is happening, given the shortage of beds, given what the medical fraternity is facing, given how people are struggling, the focus needs to be on this right now and not be divided. Niranjan.
Well, absolutely, and the ground situation has been, Suesha, all of today we've been getting reports from different parts of the national capital, and even as we speak, our correspondent is at the IOCL plant in Panipat. We are reporting from Delhi. We're reporting from Lucknow. We are reporting from Bengaluru. We are reporting from Hyderabad. We're reporting from Mumbai, and across all of these cities, one aspect comes through that there is a need urgently to ramp up oxygen supplies because it is in shortage in several parts, and we've been looking at the kind of messages that are coming in from different hospitals. Some of these hospitals also spoke to Republic TV, confirming that they were running really critically short of oxygen supplies. Some hospitals also telling Republic that they had completely run out of the oxygen supplies. So it's a situation that needs urgent redressal, and that's why the Prime Minister has decided after that meeting, perhaps with top officials today on the oxygen supply, to keep a close look and a close tab on the situation and to meet people and find solutions on how we fight not just COVID but also the oxygen crisis that we are facing in India now.
It is scary, Niranjan, to what we see right now. People are dying. There is such a shortage of oxygen. Doctors are breaking down. Hospitals are not understanding. They're feeling so helpless. They're urging patients to leave and go out there and fend for themselves rather. And yes, we question the government. We question all those who need to act. And undoubtedly, as Republic has been saying, that all the focus needs to be on solving this crisis is the need of the hour. We cut across to more breaking news coming in.